Today we're going to, or in this video, we're going to edit the book sales page. Up until now, I haven't been following this exactly. Well, I have been, but I haven't been showing you it because I kind of know it off the top of my head. But it's important that you go through each step in order because it's ordered in a specific way. But more importantly, it's because so you won't miss anything. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be more diligent about that just for demonstration purposes. So the first thing we want to do is enter the sales page by clicking edit page here and go to settings. And then you want to change some of this stuff. Now I like to just open my book up in Amazon, and then I can copy the text over so I don't have to recreate all the text. So let's just copy this SEO text over. Ooh. And then I can put some keywords in here if I want. For example, SEO training, escape and evasion, spycraft. Okay, whatever you want, whatever's applicable to you. Put your author name, and then you want to put a social image. So I'm just going to drag and drop the bundle one into it. I've actually already done it, so I can just click it here in my files, and that's that. Just make sure that hide from search engine is not ticked, okay, because you want it to appear in search engines. Also, that the Facebook event is selected view content. So when this views a content, Facebook registers it as a view content. So you can connect it to your Facebook business account if you use that. It should be like that by default because the template is set up like that, but just in case, it's always good to double check stuff anyway. Okay. If you've got a free account, you'll have this display on affiliate badge to earn a lifetime commissions. I don't know if you can toggle on or off. If you can, it's up to you. I like to turn it off on my ones, but you can definitely have it on. If someone joins Systemi through your affiliate link, then you get a commission from if they become a paid customer. So that's up to you whether you want to do that or not. The next thing you want to do is sort out the pricing. Okay, so however much you want to price stuff and however much your bundle's worth. So if you had no exclusive bonuses, you could say download your copy of Evading and Escaping Capture for $7. All right, and just to raise this, it's very easy to edit Systemi. Okay, it's one of the best ones I've seen, and I've used a couple of funnel builders. And this one, there's the least amount of bugs. I'm not going to say there's no bugs, but it's definitely the least, and it's fast, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just drop and plug and play, drop and drag, drag and drop, whatever you call it. Okay, but I do want to change the price of this, so let's change it here at 78. And the other place the price is down here is 78. Okay. The next thing you want to do is change all the sales copy. I'm not actually going to do that because it'll take a long time, but I would just copy and paste it here, and then copy and paste all your sales copy down. Not this yet, we're going to get back to it. The main thing is make sure you change this. Not the main thing, it's all important. Make sure, I'm just going to point out the parts that I don't want you to miss. Evading and escaping capture. Okay, so make sure you change the title there. Obviously, all this text you need to change. Here is another title that you need to change. You can change all this text, change all this text, change all this text, change all this text. If you don't have enough text and you want to delete something, you just delete it like that. Okay, you sure to delete this? Yep. And if you don't like pictures in a place, you think, oh, I don't want that picture there, you can move it up, you move it down, add more pictures, add videos, all sorts of stuff. We have a 60-day guarantee. You can just leave this if you want. 60-day guarantee is good. And this is very generic, okay? So you can just leave it, or you can change it if you want to. Change that, and if you want, it just happens to be orange, but sometimes if the cover's like blue or something, I might want it. So if you're selling something to do with health, for example, I might change that to green to make it look more accommodating. Money back guarantee. This is the FAQs. You're allowed to change the FAQs if you want, but these are pretty generic as well. Why do I get a warning message when I download? It's because I put audiobooks and the files are quite large. How does your guarantee work? I have more questions. Make sure you change some of this stuff because, like, for example, this contact us here link, it's going to go to my contact page. Okay, so you don't want that. You want to make sure it's it's not working. In fact, I might update the template for that, which I will do. Yeah, so go through here. Here's another section where it's got the name, so change that. Okay, so let's pretend that I've changed all the main text. The next thing you want to do is change the offer stack. What is the offer stack? This is the offer stack. Okay, and it's all your it's everything that comes inside your bundle. So you can delete these and change the name of them. Okay, the word free is very good, so I keep that. So let's say I've got this. Whoop. If you make a mistake, make sure you use the back buttons. Don't use Control Z because it doesn't work well in Systemi. It'll do it, but it might Control Z too much stuff that you don't want. So make sure you use the back button via Systemi. So that's the next thing you want to do is change all the different offers. So maybe I've got the evading and escaping capture e-posters, cheat sheets, whatever you've got, whatever you made in your bundle, or if you don't, you can just leave it, or you can just delete it completely if you like also. So you change it here, and then you can also change it down here. Not you can, you should also change it down here. Okay, so make sure it's exactly the same. And then your reviews. So there's two places for reviews. I like to go on Amazon and then just get reviews from here. So I go through them. I obviously click on 5-star reviews because I want the good reviews, the ones that have positive stuff to say. I'm just going to do one to show you. So I just copy and paste that in there. And then I'll also get the guy's name, the person's name. And you can see I've got this little read more part. So I can click on this and it'll take me to the URL. And if I want, I can delete that. It'll take me to the URL and then I can put it in there, okay? So then when the person clicks on it, they'll get sent and then they can look at more reviews for read more. So that's totally up to you. Some people might say it's not a good idea to take people off your site, which I tend to agree with as well. But I also think it's good that they can go and read more reviews. Also, if you have it, it's a good idea. So when you're on this page, you can see I'm with SiteStripe, so I can get the link and then paste this link in there instead. And that will allow me to earn commissions. So when the person clicks on it, I'm an Amazon affiliate. Okay. So if you want to do that, you can do that too. It's up to you. So I would do that for all of these, and then for all of these down here. If you don't have reviews, it's a good idea to get some, even from friends and family. Okay. If you don't have reviews on Amazon, I like to use a service called Booksprout, where you can put your books on there and then people can download them for free and they'll hopefully give you reviews. Of course, they don't have to give you reviews. You can't force someone to give you reviews, but I get lots of reviews that way. Or if you want, you can just delete the whole thing. Okay, just press this button and it'll just delete that section, and then you don't need to. But reviews are always good. It's always good to have reviews. Okay, next thing is images. So there's images in a few places. I don't know if you've got product images or what images you've got, but you just add them in the same way that I added the others. So just go down here. I want my 3D image here. I'm going to click on it, and then I want to resize it to make it look good. Let's see, what else have I got? I've got this one. I already uploaded this one, so it's there. And I want to resize that too. And so on. So you can do all your other images. I'm just going through this fairly quickly. It is a pretty quick process anyway, but because I'm talking, it takes up longer. I can usually do this whole thing in about 10 minutes. Not the whole thing, but like this one section, about 10 minutes. If I'm making a book funnel from scratch, from the start to finish, apart from the time it takes to wait for images to be made, it takes me about 40 minutes or 45 minutes. Anyway, the next thing after you've done the images is to make sure you do the buttons. These are pretty important. So what's this link? This link is, make sure you save your changes often. This link is this link here, okay? So when the person clicks on the button, because it won't scroll back up, they don't have that ability to scroll back up, it'll just refresh the page and bring them back to this, okay? So I want to just change all of those. And we will test it, so don't worry about testing it yet. We're going to test it all. All right, now you also want the pop-up image and link, and you want the link in the image as well. So it's the same link with just dash sample. That's the one that we put here. You see, it's just the same link, but it's got sample written after it, okay? So let's go back in here. And so I go to pop-ups, and I click this little eye, and it'll bring this up. First thing I want to do is change the image. And I want to resize it to 130. I know the sizes off the top of my head. You can have a play around and see what sizes you like, depending on what your image looks like. Make sure it opens in a new window. It's already configured to that anyway. And of course you can change this text. See how it's just very generic? It's because I didn't want to keep changing it every time when I made like 30 of them. So, but it's always good to make things more personal if you want to do that. Save the changes. Update the header and footer and the terms feed code. Okay, so you can see that here there's no header because it's always good not to distract your person. So don't worry about the header, you don't have to do that, but it's got my footer here. So you need to update this, change the words, okay? Change the links to the contact, so you click on it and you can change all this stuff. Next thing you want to do is check it in mobile. So I just click this little button here and I'm just going to go through and look at it, okay? Make sure it all looks all right. Sometimes if text is too big, so when you click in mobile version, when you click on it and you change the font here, that doesn't affect the font, the size in here, all right? It only affects it in the mobile version. See how it's got this little mobile thing next to it? That means that it only affects it for that. But it all looks pretty good. It's all like the template's set up, so everything should be pretty good. Okay, as long as you don't make any major changes, it'll be all right. But it's always good to check things all the time anyway, because you don't want it to not look all right. And then you want to test all the buttons, including the pop-up. So save changes, click on this little eye, it'll come up. And what we're going to do is we're just going to scroll down and check it. So I want to click one button, make sure it goes here. Second button, there's 4 buttons. 3, 4. And then I want to go up here. So the pop-up is on exit intent, and you can change those settings if you like, but I like it on exit intent. So to open it, you just go up, and I'm going to click that and click that. And you can see that this hasn't changed at all yet, but what you're looking for is to make sure it's the right link. Okay, if you made a spelling mistake or something here, it'll come up as a 404. You can't find this page, okay? And then you know that something's wrong. We're going to configure that in the words and that in a little bit. So about the pop-up, what I was saying is if you click here and then edit pop-up settings, you can change it here. Okay, you can change the colors, you can change the border colors. Open on exit intent, you can turn that off or on. You can make it to come on with a timer. If it's on a mobile device, I don't want to do that because I don't want to encourage them to. I want to encourage them to buy it, right? And you can completely change it as well. You might not even want to offer a free sample. You might want to say, oh, you don't want to buy it here, buy it on Amazon. Or you might want to get rid of the pop-up altogether. It is up to you. But I like this method because if they're not inclined to buy it, at least I get to capture their email. Okay, so, oh, sorry, one more thing. It's an important one too. Go up here and click on the two-step payment form, and then you can change all the words here, okay, if you want. But this is just generic, so you don't really have to change it. This one obviously you can just change like this. Go to step 2. You can see that it says NF book bundle $7, right? Because that's what I configured in the thing. So you can change all this as well, but you don't really have to. The thing that you do want to change is when you click down here, it has the bump offer. Okay, so if you have a bump, you want to change the words. If you don't have a bump, so if you're on the free tier and you can't put a bump or you just haven't made one yet, that's fine. Just delete this. Okay, just press delete, and then you won't have a bump anymore. Okay, I'm going to leave it in there, but that was an important one that you should make sure you do it, and I'll put that in the instructions here to make sure to check the bump. Okay, that is it. I'll see you in the next video.